In the great ziggurat of Babylon, there stood a moment of quietude. Zarpanit beside Marduk as he prepared to shape the cosmos, yet her name whispered almost to silence in the chronicles. She was the goddess of creation's second breath, the force that transforms vision into reality, yet history rendered her nearly invisible. In our age of celebrated loudness and constant visibility, we've forgotten that some of the most powerful forces work from the sidelines, nurturing what others create, holding space for transformation itself. Today we uncover Zarpanit, the Babylonian goddess whose quiet strength built empires. Let's begin.
Let's begin. Today, in a world shaped by rapid change and endless noise, we often overlook the subtle forces that sustain us. Those quiet strengths and nurturing energies that support growth, creativity, and well-being. This is where the goddess Zarpanit, a figure from ancient Babylonian belief, offers timeless wisdom. While she doesn't command epic tales of battle or rebellion like some deities, her power lies in the sacred balance she represents. The divine feminine complement to Babylon's chief deity, Marduk. Her story intertwines with the rise of Babylon itself, a city that once stood as a beacon of civilization, spirituality, and cosmic order. Zarpanit originated as the tutelary goddess of Zarpan, a small village near Babylon. Imagine a peaceful, fertile landscape with lush groves, clear wells, and gentle springs bubbling quietly beneath the warmth of Mesopotamian skies. This nurturing environment was perfectly suited for a goddess associated with fertility, childbirth, and female life cycles. As Babylon grew in political and religious significance, so did Zarpanit's stature. She was elevated from a local deity to the revered spouse of Marduk, the king of gods, revered in the grand temple complex Esagil. The temple of Esagil itself was a marvel of its time, a magnificent ziggurat crowned by sacred chambers glowing with the light of oil lamps, where priests chanted prayers and performed rituals drenched in the fragrance of myrrh and cedar. Here, Zarpanit wore exalted titles such as Belet Babili, meaning the Lady of Babylon, and Sharat Esagil, the Queen of the Temple, reflecting her supreme position in the pantheon. She was not merely a consort. She became mistress of the goddesses, highlighting her role as the highest divine feminine presence in this ancient spiritual hierarchy. Beyond her elevated status, Zarpanit embodied profound teachings that resonate even in our modern lives. First, she represents the vital power of partnership and balance. Just as she complements Marduk's kingly authority by embodying nurturing strength and fertility, in our world we are reminded that true leadership and growth often require harmonious collaborations, whether in relationships, communities, or within ourselves between ambition and compassion. Second, Zarpanit is linked to fertility, pregnancy, and the protection of childbirth. In a time when life was fragile and each birth was a miracle, she symbolized hope, continuity, and the sacredness of creation. For us today, she invites reflection on the creative processes in life, not just physical birth, but the birth of ideas, projects, and even personal transformations. There is a sacred rhythm to these processes, demanding patience, care, and trust in unseen growth beneath the surface. Third, Zarpanit's associations with wells, springs, and lunar symbolism highlight an intrinsic connection to cycles, be they lunar phases, seasonal changes, or the ebb and flow of emotional and spiritual life. In a culture where divination was practiced and the future sought in the stars and God's whispers, she shared with Marduk the attributes of insight and guidance. Today, her example encourages us to honor natural rhythms and seek wisdom from within and around us, listening deeply for guidance in moments of uncertainty. Some later traditions expanded her domains to mysterious underworld realms and titles like Lady of the Abyss or Silver Shining, reflecting syncretism, the blending of beliefs over centuries. Such layers enrich our understanding of her as a deity who embodies both light and depths, moments of clarity and the mysteries beneath life's surface, much like the human experience itself. Though no extensive myth details her exploits or adventures, Zarpanit's significance lies in her elevation as a divine queen, affirming the importance of feminine power in sustaining cosmic order and the well-being of Babylon at its height. Her presence reveals that true divinity often wears the guise of steadfast support, nurturing judgment and luminous grace rather than dramatic headlines. Envision now a moment inside Esagil. Golden light filtering through stained windows, casting patterns on ancient stone as priests present offerings in honor of Zarpanit, whose serene figure stands amidst celestial symbols of the moon and life-giving waters, an eternal queen overseeing the harmony of heaven and earth. See a celestial scene as Zarpanit, adorned in shimmering robes that reflect the silvery glow of the moon, raises her hand in blessing over a circle of hopeful women, praying for safe childbirth and abundant fertility, embodying divine protection and care. Imagine the twilight over the lush groves surrounding Zarpan, where sacred wells bubble softly, their waters weaving silent connections between the earthly and the divine, under the watchful gaze of Zarpanit as the Lady of the Abyss, guardian of hidden life sources. Visualize the grand festival in Babylon, the streets alive with music and incense, as statues of Marduk and Zarpanit are paraded through the crowded squares, radiating a profound duality of king and queen, strength and compassion, guiding the fate of an empire and its people.
If you're someone who supports others' visions while wondering if your own contribution matters, Zarpanit speaks directly to you. She shows us that influence doesn't require the spotlight. It requires presence, intention, and the courage to nurture what matters even when the world doesn't keep score. This week, notice one way you're already building, already sustaining, already creating through your support of others. Don't diminish it. That is your power. The hardest truth Zarpanit carries is this: you don't need permission to matter. Your work behind the scenes is not lesser, it's foundational. Honor it. Thank you for joining us in exploring the forgotten goddesses who shape civilization. Subscribe for more stories the textbooks overlook. Stay rooted in the wisdom of the ages.